So here we go. It's oh my God, where am I? It's a Monday in June. I think it's the 24th of June today. Yeah, Alexa, what day is it today?
Good morning, Ian. The 24th of June 2024 was on a Monday.
Was on a Monday? Oh, okay. Well, apparently today has been and gone. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. I've decided I'm just going to keep on doing this until I get fed up, because you can't have too many demos up there, and there aren't that many trolls these days, and nothing like it used to be. People trying to sort of shoot down the whole idea of progressive betting, but I think that anybody who sits through a few of these can see that this is a better idea than trying to beat random outcomes with random betting. I mean, that's just so ridiculous. It just doesn't bear thinking about. Anyway, I think we're on. Are we on 51 or are we on? I think we might be on 1-2. Now we're on 3-2 and dropping. Oh, that was rough. We get a lovely fluky catch like that and then it's spoiled. Let's see, so we're 7. It must be 3. It must be 3-4 drop, mustn't it? Boy, I wish I'd paid attention. Okay, so 3-4 it is. No. 4-5. What the heck? 9-10. Straight into the long grass. So 9-10, 2,000. We made 400. That's not terrible. That's 20% in what? 30 seconds, something like that. Well, maybe a bit more than that. But that's a double. +1 for the win. Yeah, this has become my my profession, at least for a while. Playing fake blackjack, but it's not fake. The game, the sim, is not fake, but the money is. That's why I can afford to say that. I think we're on another plus, aren't we? And we repeat that. And we're on 2-3 third. No, 3-4. No, 2-3. Honestly, I haven't had my Wheaties yet. That's my problem. Wheaties. Is that 5-3? What? Right, in a minute, I'm going to catch on. 6-3. 7-3. 9-3. 10-3. 10-3 it is. 1, 2, 3. I think I might be still off, actually. That was a nice catch. 10-3, 7, 7-6. 13-12. I'm going to call it 13-15 because I can. That was a lucky catch. So 13-15, 2,800, and we boosted to 850. But remember, all the time we're protecting this bankroll, but we're not protecting it in the sense of not using it to the full, the bankroll. What we're protecting is the profit we've got in the pot, really. So we want to hang on to that, so we just play very carefully. And one of these days, as I keep saying, I will run all these videos through the Excel models. It's such a bloody faff, and I think there's more value in me actually playing through, right now at least, there's more value in me playing through the demos and putting them online so that people can see how I do what I do and how I get the results that I get. So we're back to the minimum now, yeah. And you know, it's nonsense when people say things like, well, who would bet that much to win that little? And you're betting that much to win that much. I mean, they just don't get it. And you can't help thinking that, you know, it's deliberate disinformation. It's disingenuous. That's a lovely word, I think, disingenuous. That looks like 1 2/3 to me. Back to the min. Yeah, I'm really slow today. Double for the loss. Repeat. Catching a lot of dealer catches, aren't I? Excuse me while I have a swig of coffee. This is real time, real life, right? Just not real money. Yes, I've had a couple of exchanges with Mr. Handpay, Jason Bulkey, and he insists that the high roller blackjack players on YouTube are playing with fake money, that they're not actually in jeopardy. Possible, I suppose. Was that a repeat? Or do we add one? Oh dear. Now it's a repeat. Okay, back to the minimum. I'm going to try to pay attention. Double for the loss. Oh, that was pretty up there. 1 2/3. Oh, very nice. 3-2 drop. 4-2. 5-2. 6-2. 6-2 it is. 4-5. Should be 4-4, but that's silly. 9-10. We're in the long grass again. Oh boy. Well, that worked. That advanced us a little bit. So, nice double. You got to take these, you know, all the things that that give you a little bit of an extra chance. You need to grab those suckers. +1. +1. Oh, a double loss instead. Okay. So that's 2 3. 5 6 third. Oh, nasty. Nasty. That's a double. That was not a good double. Okay, so 5 6/3, so now we're on 17/12, which we'll call 2 1.5 and drop. Two 1.5, 2.5, 1.5. Three 1.5. 2.5, 1.5. Hey. Oh, this is very expensive. 2.5, 1.5. So we're on 5.5. I think that has to be 5.5, 6. And it's only the second. So we might have to run away in a minute. 5.5, 6. Off we go. Owie. It's be 11.5. So call it 12, 6, drop. We are not having much luck, are we? So that's 18/6. Look at this. Look at this. This is just horrible. 18/6, 21/6. Really, what I should do? Yeah, I think I'm going to back away from this one. Just doing my thing in my notebook. 21/6 x 1000 BJ. So drop is 3, isn't it? And oh god, this bloody thing. I just go slightly near this damn wireless mouse and it pitches a fit. So we've got plus 10,375 on one side and minus 25,000 on the other, which gives us minus 15, minus 14, minus 14,625, and we're going over to baccarat at 21/6. Further indication that it really is not a good idea to tackle these games without a honking great. And there's my email again, and anybody who wants to contact me, as long as it's not abusive, constructive criticism or wild and crazy praise is acceptable. Alright, gonna have to add a new day. Okay, so we're in thick, long grass, full of bear traps right now. But of course the cards don't know, you know, they have no idea how much money's on the table, and they don't alter their behaviour in any way because the bets are big. Isn't that a good thing? Alright, so the drop bet is 3. So we're at 21/6, and that's the drop bet. Okay, so now we're at 18/6. Now we're at 20/12. 18, no, wait a minute, 24-12. 18-6, yes, 24-12. And now we're at 12-13. It would be nice to have a player win, but we didn't get it. 25-26 is the second bet. Of course, remember, we're stymied by the maximum bet on here, but anyway, 25-26. So 50, well, we got to go 50, and I can't go higher, so this is another one of those things where I've just got to put up with it for the sake of the demo. 51.50, I've got to put up with the upper limit. Okay, so now we're on 1-2 to get out of here. We're actually £5 ahead, but I guess I'd better play it out. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so we made it there, and the message again, it's always the same. It's money alone is not enough to beat these games, and a brilliant, progressive, controlled, restrained, constrained, disciplined, progressive betting strategy alone is not enough either. And if you use logic and common sense, it is clear that only progressive betting can save the day and can make you any money, because standing still with your bets, freezing your bets, betting the same amount every time, then you're going to fall prey to negative expectation. And if you reduce your bets in response to losses, then similarly you're just basically handing negative expectation a little extra fuel. So, however you look at this, these demos constantly say the same thing over and over again and demonstrate the same thing over and over again. You have to have discipline, you have to have a plan, and you have to have a shitload of money. And, that's it. So now we go back to the min, and we'll play out this shoe. +1 for the win. +1 more. Repeat that one. So that is 2-3 third. 1, 2, 3. And now we're plussing, and another plus. This is optional, remember, you don't have to do this. That's our max for a winning streak, so we do it again, and we're going to chase it this time. Okay, so that's 3-4 third. 7-4 drop. 7-4. 5-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's nice, thank you. Double for the loss. Repeat. Was that good? Yeah, it was good. Sorry. Plussing again. Well, look at this, with 19 wins against 9 losses, 20 wins against 9 losses. It's getting a bit daft, isn't it, really? And here we go to the max. Do it again. Okay, now if we lose a max, we eat it. So that's what we're doing. We're eating it. God, this shoe is ridiculous. So that's 1-2 second. It's already a turnaround, so we leave that alone. Now 3-4 third. Alrighty. Repeat. Minimum. Getting back to the men is hugely important. Yeah, we're going to end up with a fail as far as win value over loss value is concerned, because I mean, look at it right now. 28 bets won for 70,000 and 14 bets lost for 46,000, which of course is a distortion because we've got twice as many wins as losses, so that screws everything up. But we'll take the money. I mean, we're ahead 23,450, so we shouldn't whinge about that, now should we? Double for the loss. Repeat. 51 second. Repeat. 1-2 second. 3-4 third. 7-4 drop. 9-4. 11-4. 13-4. 15-4. 13-4. I don't think we're going to see this through. 13-4. Oh, okay, so 9-8. I honestly didn't expect that. 1-2. Yeah, that didn't seem like a possibility to me. But my buddy my baccarat buddy in California always says that shoes can develop a bias, and then it continues right to the end. So if you get to about sort of hand number 20, so about a third of the way through, if there's a marked bias, I mean a considerable bias, then he bets that will continue. I'm not sure about it, but you know, he's there with real money in real time in a real casino, so I'm not going to argue with him. Okay, out of trouble there. +1 for the win. +1. Repeat. And we're out. Back to the min. Yeah, and every so often somebody will say to me, well, you couldn't possibly fall back to 25, you know, after you've just bet 50,000, you can't fall back to 25. It doesn't matter. It absolutely does not matter. I mean, I do it for convenience, but all this sort of like this mystique, the smoke and mirrors, the kind of the woo-woo shit that they put around sort of, you know, where's the cut and how much is the burn and what's the deck value and all the rest of it. It's all irrelevant BS. You know, all that matters is the swing backwards and forwards. You look at this this shoe here, it's ridiculous. They're not like this usually. It's usually sort of 2 or 3, you know, 2s and 3s, 2s and 3s, and 1s, 2s and 3s, you know, back and forth, and that's it. But this is what this one looks like, and this is one of the many reasons that I love this platform, because you've got this all in front of you, and so you could see. And I have to say, in fairness to you know, modern games, modern technology that they have, even at mini back tables now, you can see all this there as well. You know, so this is why Baccarat Win Pro, I think, is so valuable, because basically what it's doing is it's recreating that it has more information, like this stuff over here on the right, is definitely more detail. Not necessarily, I mean, you'll see players and bankers and ties indicated, and hand number and all the rest of it on these boards as they alter with each hand, in real play on actual layouts. But see, I did it again. Okay, so that's a repeat. And now it's 51. And now it's 2-3, third. Now it's already a turnaround, so we'll do it again. And we have to do it again. 2-3, third, 5-3. Drop. 6-3. I'm probably not going to bother to chase this, because, I mean, why? 6-3 anyway. 7-3. Yeah, there we are. I'm not going to bother about that. I mean, we're technically 700 behind. Or maybe I should bother about it. See, I'm doing that talking to myself thing again, aren't I? Yeah, maybe I will. So we're at 7-3 drop at the moment. So save the shoe. Something I'm always scared I'm going to forget. Yeah, probably what I'll do is I'll just play to turn around, just to keep the book straight. So 7-3, and we're still on the drop. Seven, 3 it is. 1, 2, 3. 10-6. 4-5. 9-10. Oh! 19-20, third. So 2-2, basically. Well, we've got to make it 2-3, I think. All right. And, I mean, rounding up and doing stuff like that, I mean, you can do all of these things with this strategy as long as you go back to the down and out and play it straight, stick to the rules when the pressure's on. I mean, you might say, okay, well, the pressure was on right there, because you're in the thousands, but that was a mop-up, and sort of, I think 100, betting 100 when you've got so high, accepting 100 as the profit on turnaround, I don't think that's realistic. I think what you have to, and you also have to recognise that it looks very odd, when you drop back like that. This is one of the reasons I think that Jason says that they're not playing with real money on these, these sort of flashbang, sort of silly, expletive-laden, sort of profane sessions. Particularly this guy Cody Burnett from Toronto, who I think needs to be carted off to a funny farm. I mean, he is just absolutely bonkers. But maybe he's just a showman. Maybe in real life, because apparently he's happily married with 2 young boys. So I hope he isn't like that at home. Can you imagine life in the kitchen of his household? Watch him for a bit. Cody Burnett. I think he calls himself. Oh, I don't know. I forget what his thing is. But anyway, you'll find him online. Absolutely nuts. And there used to be a guy called who was there all the time. Steve. Leonardis, I think. De Leonardis. Steve. He called himself Steve Will Do It, and he was worse. And he played terribly, and he was rude to dealers, and he was, sort of like, he sucked up to pit staff, to pit bosses, but he was very dismissive with dealers, very, mean with tips, just a an arsehole, basically. Played in the company, to my absolute disgust, of Vegas Matt and his son and sidekick once a week, and I'm thinking, what the hell is Matt Morrow thinking of? I mean, you know, even playing in the on the same floor as this guy, let alone at the same table and having conversation with him. But I don't know. I think that Matt maybe is so obsessed with getting as many subscribers as he possibly can to take him to 1 million, make him overtake what's his name, Brian Christopher, who's the top right now, the most popular slot player. I think that he'll just do anything, which of course is very foolish. And then the other thing that I noticed is that Steve Will Do It, Steve De Leonardis, used to play with Dana White, who is a big booster of Donald Trump. And if you've been with me for a while, you know that the very name Trump is an expletive as far as I'm concerned. He's just a horror story, a disgrace to America and to the human race, I think. But there we are. And that's not a political judgment. That is not even a moral judgment. It's a factual judgment. All the evidence has been out for 30 odd years. You know, he steals from people, he doesn't pay his bills, he doesn't even pay his lawyers, god damn it. You know, he's just an absolute bloody walking cesspit. But there we are. I'm entitled to my opinion, don't you think? I shall take a little snap of this. And I've got to do a special save on this. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so let's just check and see. I think the first one is going to be good. No, it's not, because we won so many. You know, we just had a ridiculous run. Yeah, see, we won 39. It slowed down in the end. So we got down quite a bit. But keep in mind, of course, that we went into the shoe from blackjack 21,000 down. See, the whole point of having the big bankroll is that it enables you to follow the rules. You know, you're not constrained in the sense of, you know, well, I can't bet that because of the table limits, or I can't bet that because I don't have enough in my bankroll. So what, 827, number 827, and it's 71,875 over 39, and it's 48,650 over 31, so it's not quite as bad as it was before in terms of average win over average loss. Alexa, 71,875 over 39.
71,875 divided by 39 is approximately 1,842.9487.
48,650 over 31.
48,650 divided by 31 is approximately 1,569.3548.
1843 over 1569.
1,843 divided by 1,569 is approximately 1.1746.
Okay, so 117%. So it wasn't a fail. It was at one point because we had so many wins, but it finally settled out at skip. Oh fuck! It seems to me that, you know, one of the very few flaws in this strategy is that when you go to notes, the cursor should automatically be there, but that isn't how they do it. I think they can write it very easily so that it is that way, but they've chosen not to do it. 1843, or just forgotten, equals 117%. Okay, so we turned that around nicely. Then the next one. Ooh, look at those lovely player runs ahead of me. I mean, these shoes are going flipping nuts all of a sudden. Didn't go too low there. See, these shoes will be punched into the model because it's quick and easy to do. With the blackjack things, it just takes forever. It is what's known in the UK as a faff. And it's so funny because I always thought that must be a crude abbreviation, you know, sort of like FUBAR and so on, where it's the underlying thing is profanity. But they had a tennis tournament, a very high-end tennis tournament here, in which that wonderful, very, very young, what the hell is his name, Carlos, somebody or other, the Spanish whiz kid was actually beaten by a British whiz kid. But anyway, I digress. In the background, the sponsors of the thing were called, I don't know, see, I've already forgotten their name. But underneath their logo, it said, "Cars without the faff." So it's obviously in polite use. I just assumed that it must not be, but I've only been back in the country for 10 years, so what do I know? I mean, I was born here, but was in America for nearly 40 years. So 828 or 3,700 divided by 3 plus and 1,800 divided by 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3, and 600. Alexa, 1, 2, 3, 3 over 600.
1,233 divided by 600 is 2.055.
206%. All right.
I don't know that.
Oh, shut up.
This is a reminder. Drink water.
All right. I think 206% is pretty good. So there you have it. Yeah, Dana White, big supporter of the cesspit. Or should it be cesspool? Cesspool? Okay. No need to get personal. Well, actually, no, that is a guy who loves to get personal. So whatever shit is flung his way, he has earned. He is a horror story. And to think Americans might be stupid enough to vote for him. All right, that's it. Bye-bye.